Great many migrants huddle in squalid conditions under Texas bridge. The brief camp in Del Rio has developed with stunning velocity as of late during a monstrous flood and relocation that has overpowered the specialists. Travelers accumulated under the Del Rio International Bridge as they held on to hand themselves over to the U.S. Boundary Patrol and look for shelter. Huge number of travelers were packed under a scaffold outside the Boundary local area of Del Rio on Thursday, part of a gigantic flood and movement across the Rio Grande this week that has overpowered the specialists and created huge setbacks for preparing the appearances. The U.S. Line Patrol said that in excess of 9,000 transients, for the most part from Haiti, were being held in an impermanent organizing region under the Del Rio International Bridge as specialists filled in as fast as they could to deal with them. The transitory camp has developed with stunning pace lately, from only a couple hundred individuals prior in the week. The specialists and city authorities said they expected thousands more to cross the lower leg profound stream among Mexico and Del Rio in coming days. The Border Patrol said it would send more specialists to the district to quickly address the current degree of transient experiences and to work with a protected, accommodating and organized cycle. The concealed region under the extension, the Border Patrol said, was to keep wounds from heat-related ailment while travelers were holding on to be arrested. The scene of thick groups resting on soil or standing around in triple-digit heat in the midst of states of crumbling sterilization drew judgments from neighborhood authorities. Governor Greg Abbott of Texas requested the state police and the National Guard to help line specialists in Del Rio, saying the government reaction had not been sufficient to suppress the flood in intersections. The Biden organization is in finished confusion and is dealing with the boundary emergency as gravely as the departure from Afghanistan, he said, alluding to President Biden's choice to end America's longest conflict. The Southwest line has been immersed lately with a flood in unapproved intersections not seen in over 20 years. In excess of 200,000 individuals crossed last month, bringing the complete this financial year to more than 1.5 million. However, lately, the enlarging swarms in Del Rio, a town around 150 miles west of San Antonio that is encircled by farmland, sections of land of prickly brush and transcending mesquite trees, have made another philanthropic test. Bruno Lozano, the city's chairman, depicted on Thursday dirty conditions under the extension that all the more so took after a shantytown with little admittance to clean water and food and only a couple of convenient latrines. By far most of the individuals who showed up seemed, by all accounts, to be escaping Haiti, the Caribbean country actually staggering from a progression of cataclysmic events and the death in July of its leader, Jovenel Moise, nearby authorities said. There are 9,000 individuals truly restless and pushed, said Mr. Lozano, who has requested government authorities to help his city from 35,000 inhabitants. The Del Rio line area has seen high traveler traffic this year, especially from Haitians who began showing up in a lot larger numbers starting in June, when there were over 2 times as many discovered intersection the boundary illicitly than in the earlier month. Furthermore, the numbers kept on going up in July and August, as indicated by ongoing boundary measurements. Recently, significantly more Haitians were discovered attempting to get through the Del Rio district, a forsaken 245-mile stretch of the United States line with Mexico. By Thursday, the Department of Homeland Security sent extra officials to the district to assist with diminishing the reinforcement, as indicated by an authority acquainted with the plans who talked on the state of obscurity on the grounds that the individual was not approved to talk openly about the matter. The public authority likewise plans to fly a portion of the transients to different pieces of the boundary that are not encountering a flood as Rio Del's. Also, return trips to Haiti are set to start on Monday too, which the Biden organization expectations will most